Yes. Sometimes we need to listen to some music, whether we understand it or not. We listen and always listen carefully to the music because it's how it is. I don't know how this is working. Seems to be okay now. So the music is running, and I remember well the kind of music that you would want to listen to, especially a place in Nairobi. I don't remember where, Westland or something. We came in and saw beautiful music was playing, like rain music, classical rain music. And always we heard this music, soft and nice music, while the water was dripping down. Not the rain, but water. It was some kind of circulating water in that kind of a garden or a cafe. So we sat there and I enjoyed the music, the sounds that it made. It was this kind of unity of something that was so nice to hear. And that was like coming into some heavenly realm. But, wow, where is that? What kind of a reality is this? From dust, sun, heat, troubles, into this beautiful music environment of music, of nice people, and everybody became nice as we were already arrived in heaven, the heavenly chambers of music. Maybe it was the not Bob Dylan. He is crazy music, but Leonard Cohen, he could well have been the organizer there. But music is something that we love. I don't want to exclude anyone, even they don't say or even say they don't like music. They don't say anything, or they just leave it out. They don't admit, or someone actually is saying, I hate music. But that is more of a rare occasion, more of a rare situation that you would hear someone saying that, no, this is not good for me. Music is not good for me. Music is nice. Music is in the air. It's always good to be in the realm of music. So we had this environment. When I put on some my nice music at home, no one liked it. No one really tolerated my kind of music. It was this very straight, what you like, I don't like. What you are saying, I have to prove wrong, disprove, or this. No one enter that space of loyalty. No one were there to even take your side, not even once. What is that, my friend? When you are just left out, when no one there in that little chamber of music, we were sitting there and acting as nice people, yet we came from bad situation where no one tolerated the one that had to be excluded, had to be rejected, had to be defined by us. You see, the worst thing people do is define each other. That is the cruelty of today, even past days. Today Putin is the bad guy. Yesterday it was the Hitler was the bad guy. But we don't judge. We don't judge those that were close to them. Only the one is judge. How can that be, my friend, that we sit and judge each particular, specific person, well known as this and that is how we see them, we judge them, and they can't get any sense of saying we were part of that. It had been very apparent in the case of the Jews. I think they took it further on than blaming only the Hitler. Hitler had more or less very little to do with the extermination, yes, to use such a word, also extinction of the Jews. He wanted to rid all the Jews of his idea. So it was not an insignificant impact, of course, because it was the impact that he had that everybody followed. But back in those days, as it is today, people don't really go outside the music zone. As long as it is the same music, they dance. They dance to the music. They are small idiots. They like to dance. Let me see. Let me write it down. Let me write it down. The idiots like to dance. They dance to some kind of a notion, some kind of a narrative of a music. So it's a cruel title, but it has some sense to it. I'm not a good dancer, I have to say, and I feel mostly awkward in that realm of dancing people. Everybody dance around people. Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, Putin, whatever, have this kind of an impact that you can't can't dispute. Because disputation is quarreling, disputing people isn't your thing. So you remain coward. Coward is a better word for you. You are the coward, the silent one, that you only ally to the strong people. As long as Hitler had his domain, you joined him. What a coward. Can't you stand for something? Can't you take ownership of something? Aren't you proud of something? Don't you live for something? Wouldn't you die for what you are living for? Is that how you dance your life away? I feel very sorry for you, my friend. I feel so sorry that you had to dance all these dances. Well, Leonard Cohen had his thing. Leonard Cohen did it for you. He made your dance sweet. He made your dance work. But now the judgment has come. The judgment is coming. First we take Manhattan. Then we take Berlin. You know, that is from Leonard Cohen. He didn't only dance, my friend. He was a smiling guy, even to me. Back in Jerusalem in 2009. He saw me and I saw him with his hat. I heard him on the radio. Had his love songs that you cherish the most. He had a love song. And sometimes you danced. You didn't know what kind of music that was. Because sometimes the loneliest people make the loveliest music. So they make people dance. The loneliest people make the loveliest music so that everyone can dance. Maybe Hitler, those men are so alone. They make you dance. I don't regard Leonard Cohen as so lonely. He had this friend. He was together with people of all kinds. Only those crazy idiots think that popularity is a benefit. That since you have so many likes, you are good. You don't need to answer for anything. You are superior. You are beyond critique. That's how Hitler became the man in power. I don't think that of Leonard Cohen. But there is a man outside now that seems to be so arrogant. He keeps to the lies. He keeps to the lies. And if you can't talk straight and factual about Israel, you are destined to lie. So, the most lonely people, those that felt excluded, those that were outcast, they made the beautiful art, both of music, painting, words, and architectural environment. Those men and women, children's, Mr. Mozart, he was a little boy making the most gracious music. He was a prodigal. He had this gift. Most of the well-known artists have been poor. They didn't have anything. If you had everything, maybe those artists, potential artists, would have gone lost. And some artist needs drugs in order to get that out of them. That kind of artistry that is just very superficial. If you need drugs to exhaust yourself, you make yourself a reality, my friend. That is what we do. We do be disputed or confirmed. It's anyway good. Everything is good regarding those that are creative. Those that are muted. You are just so muted that even to make some art is just beyond you. You can't make anything. You can make allies with wrong people. You make allies with the wrong people, and the idiots like to dance. That dance. Where are you, my friend? Where are you now? Why did you go run and hide? Away from everything. Away from yourself. Away from God. Away from your destiny. Who would even be there where you are now? You have lost your way. You didn't find any reason to be. I'm sorry for you, my friend. I'm really sorry. I pity you so much. You can't hold it together. You didn't make it for yourself. You have no stamina. You have no backbone. You are talking about backbone when you are in an isolated place, when you are all by yourself and your ally. Then you can talk about your backbone. Who would ever use that backbone in that company? If you have a backbone, use it. If not, run and hide. Because where you are coming from, everyone should run away from. Where you are and where you came from, everyone should run away from that place. Maybe even who you have become should be a proven example of something that we want to get away from. The person you have become, the loyal, the beggar, the dog you have become, Let it put it straight out. The dog. I have no good words for being that obedient as you have become. You are obedient to silliness, to idiocy, to foreign powers. You have abide. You have bend over for those people that seems to be so strong that if they win, you will be in the first row. You will be the first to lead the dance. Because you danced all night, all day and all night, just in order to get that place, that payout for your kind of royalty. You have nothing to bring to the table because you stick it away. You run. And I told you back then. How come? You are talking in small chambers where the matter of those topics were to be here. Then I will just loathe you, hate you for what you have become. You have no dignity. You have no decency and no honesty. You are just a talker. A stalker and a talker. So, not yet am I talking to myself. But every prayer should be about what kind of a silly, what kind of a bend over, what kind of a low life I have become. That would be the preferable prayer. Just to change just a little bit more from that kind of entity that you have become. And you are talking about church, that the preaching was nice, that it was all word of God. Told a man, don't take God's name in vain. How come people are using God? It's because of the same reason people didn't stand against Hitler, against Putin, against wrong, against anti-Semitism, against hate, for right. They hated the right thing. Hate is not a bad thing. Hate is good, as long as you hate the right thing. When you are allied with the terrorists in Hamas, Gaza, West Bank and Hezbollah in the north, if you ally, if you defend their right to kill civilians, you are dancing around and around in your own circle of arguments that you will never get out of. People are so covered today. People have no self-justice. They don't hold themselves to a higher degree, higher standard. They are low lives. They are scum. And I don't know Why people have so nice prayers, so good dancings? I don't know. What can we do with people like that? Wouldn't you hate how people are become? Wouldn't you hate this time? This period of time that have become so perverted regarding the just. People use lies to get out of trouble. People use every occasion to blame other people. Adam and Eve is more present now than ever before, standing in front of God. They stood in front of God and blamed each other. Why can't people take some responsibility? Why are they all seeming to be lost? How come it is so rotten? How come the world is tilting off? Everything seems to have gone wrong. The idiots like to dance. And you know now what kind of a dance I am talking about. Your kind of dance. We came into this world of music. And it reminded me of the false, imaginary fantasy land that this cafe was all about, to make us feel so harmonious, so nice, so good. There were nothing to debate, and if any had any complaint, it wouldn't be nice to bring it there. It's so nice environment. As I did in the church back then, I brought a complaint into the church that danced this dance and never accepted that anything could be wrong as long as they were supporting the right dictator. If you criticize the dictators, you are just wrong in their mind. As long as there is only one that is standing out. And I wasn't the only one that was standing out against the flock. Why wasn't I afraid? How come I was driven this far to stand against this flock of church members? I hate the notion of church members. I hate the notion of my church. Doesn't we belong to someone? Doesn't this Shabbat which we are entering belongs to God? Shouldn't we be more abiding, humbling ourselves, doing the right stuff? Because to be humble, is not avoiding to do the right stuff, to speak the truth. It is to speak the truth. It is to do good, do the right stuff. Talk against this system of the dictators. Okay, I wish you all Shabbat Shalom.